I'm from Virginia. I was introduced by a friend of mine, Carolyn White Scarver, to the patches. And of course, I jumped in and one of those people that's always looking for that next level up therapy that's going to get the quality of life boosted. And for a course, a year and a half, I was trying to get my mother interested in the patches. She got very critically ill. She lost all of her mobility during this year and a half. And I walked into her house and she was moaning like she thought she was dying. It was a pretty big crisis. So I took the liberty of actually sneaking the X39 and the Eon on her. The first patch she didn't notice. She just thought I was rubbing her back. The second patch, she caught me and she said, "Take that off. You didn't ask my permission. You are not my doctor," and I wouldn't do it. But do you know, in just about, I would say 2 minutes, her tenor, her tone totally changed. We had the most pleasant, kind, nice conversation we've had in a very long time, because she is a cranky senior. And even the caregiver who lives with her noticed her change in attitude was immediate. So that night I had the caregiver take those 2 patches off and put the silent nights on her. And grant you, my mother has not slept a decent night in over a decade. I would say at least a dozen years. That night, the caregiver who lives at her home got up in the middle of the night to check on my mom. She thought she had died. My mom was sound asleep, just sawing logs. And the caregiver was amazed because that hadn't happened. She was actually using melatonin gummies, taking 9 a day, trying every time she wanted to nap, she would take 3, and they stopped working. So my mom was beside herself. One of the reasons she was so cranky is that she was irritable from lack of decent sleep, decent rest. So that happened. Within a week, my mom's black feet turned pink again. She had a real serious situation going on with her feet. They had turned black from lack of circulation. So she got better blood circulation. She was also able to sit up in bed for the first time in a while. Once she lost her mobility and was bedridden, it took 2 caregivers to lift her out of the bed. She was sitting up on her own. Amazing.
Wow.
When I had a little debrief with the caregiver 2 weeks in, her eyes were big as saucers. She was so impressed with what the patches had done. And my mom went from being a patch resistor to, when I wasn't around, asking the caregiver to put on her patches. She wouldn't admit to me that she liked them, but she obviously felt a difference. So we saw better sleep, more energy, improved circulation, more physical strength. Oh, the other thing is she was able to put on a sweater. She was always cold, being, basically skin and bones. Previously, the caregiver was having to dress her. So that was a big improvement. She also felt good enough. Granted, she's still on her deathbed, but she felt good enough to go out to a podiatrist's office to have her feet treated. After he did a home visit, he invited her to his office, which I thought was very good psychology, because she goes, "I would love to go. And you know what? I want the caregiver to take me shopping and for tacos. I want to go out for tacos." So about a month in was Mother's Day, and I had the caregiver bring her to her favorite restaurant. We had lunch together, and that will be my last dining out experience with my mom, because we are in the process of losing her. Her foot has turned critical, and the doctors can't do anything but give her pain relief at this point. So what I want to say is that these patches can be very beneficial for the end of life stages. My mom is refusing to sign the hospice papers because she knows what that means. So we are using these patches and helping her have a better quality of life at the end. So I do want to encourage people that even though these patches have age reversal capabilities, when somebody's that far gone and they are literally at death's door, they still can be useful to giving them comfort and aid and pain relief. Oh, that was the other thing the caregiver told me. She went from 3 Advil a day for pain to no Advil.
So we had a question in there. It's a great question too. So as observing Would you say that her overall wellness was improved?
Absolutely. I
Absolutely.
mean, we brought her back from death's door, and she's gotten a good, well, Mother's Day was what, May?
Yeah.
So she's gotten a good extra couple of months and a lot more quality of life. I mean, she's able to sit up in bed and play her solitaire, watch TV. Apparently
How old is your mother?
She's 89.
89.
So apparently she loves watching Ralph Lauren videos on YouTube. She's got her favorite little channels. But before, she was literally laying in bed moaning, no quality of life at all, no ability to actually have fun at all. And she's able to laugh and joke and tease me about being her doctor. She totally disagrees with that, I might add.
That's okay.
Anyway, she's been a tough case, but even I just want to encourage you, if your parents are resisting, you can be a sneaky child and patch them unbeknownst. We do have people that are patching people through bed sheets, putting it on the mattress pad and letting them lay on it all night unawares and getting a better quality of life. When they're patch resistors, there are ways, because I think patching our parents is very good to do. I think they might not understand the technology, but if they get a result in just short order, they will want to patch more. They will want to cooperate with you. That's my attitude anyway.